So we have been dealing with the consonant cluster, then abetting consonants, terms you have to remember, then juncture and assimilation. So these are the terms we studied yesterday. So what is consonant cluster? Consonant cluster is actually sequence of consonants that occur within a syllable. That is very important. Within a syllable. Sequence of cluster, one or two or three consonants coming together within a syllable. So that is called consonant cluster. That is here. Then in claps, clasp has got, this word has got only one syllable. Only one vowel is there. So only one syllable here. So we can have two sequences of consonants. Here two, here three. So we can call it a consonant cluster because it is within one syllable. But in tender, here ten and de, two syllables are there. Two syllables here. But here, this n and de will not form a consonant cluster because these two belong to two syllables. So we can call it abetting consonant. This is called abetting consonant, what I said yesterday. Then another term is syllabic consonant. So what is a syllabic consonant? So we know that vowel is the nucleus or syllabic element of a syllable. Vowel is the nucleus here. In some cases, just like sudden, the syllabic division is like this. Then prism. Here we can see two syllables here, sudden and prism. Sudden, prism, two syllables. But here, these two syllables, no vowel is there. No vowel is there. Here a vowel is there, here one vowel is there, but no vowel there. So this type of consonants are called syllabic consonant. Here n and m are functioning as nucleus here. Sudden, prism, bottle. So this n, m and l are functioning as nucleus. So syllabic consonant means consonants in which no vowel is there and the one consonant is functioning as the nucleus. A consonant is functioning as a nucleus, it is called syllabic consonant. So actually vowel is the nucleus or vowel is the syllabic element. So in other cases consonant is a marginal element. Marginal, that is element here. Here it becomes syllabic element or nucleus. It is called this syllabic consonant. Then next we have seen juncture or pause. It is the phenomenon of pause between two words to make out the meaning, to make it clear the meaning. Where the pause is, the meaning is that is described where we put the pause here. So phenomenon of pause between two words, not within a sound, but between two words. So to make out the meaning here, that is what peace talks. When we say peace talks, it may be peace talks or it may be peace talks. If we put a pause here, it means peace talks. If we put a pause here, it means peace talks. That is, juncture means pause. So then there is a name. If you write together a name, then is come together. But when we pause here, it is a name. When we pause here, it is an name. So these are the examples of juncture. That is a pause. Then we have seen assimilation. That is during the historical development of a language. There may be so many changes. Such a change also occurs in pronunciation. That is, we have seen changes from Old English to Elizabethan English, from Elizabethan English to modern English. There are so many changes. That is, meaning changes, the word, and also in the case of pronunciation also there was been a change. That is for so many years. So that is what assimilation here. That is a change in pronunciation. So here we can have a sound. A sound is replaced by another sound under the influence of a third sound. Sound A is replaced by sound B under the influence of sound C. That is what we have seen. That is assimilation. There is news plus print. Newsprint. That is this is news plus print. Here, when we pronounce it together, these two words together, instead of Z becomes S, because there is P there. After that there is, immediately after that there is P. So we can say that Z is replaced by S under the influence of P. Sound A is replaced by sound B under the influence of sound C. This is assimilation, assimilatory change. Then this is hand plus kerchief. This is handkerchief. When we write these two together, this is handkerchief. Handkerchief. D is dropped, then N becomes N under the influence of K here. So that is also assimilation. Now we have told you about that. Now the assimilation, in assimilation there are two types of assimilation. One is progressive assimilation, the other is regressive assimilation. There is progressive. One is progressive assimilation, the other is regressive assimilation. So in the case of post, there is a progressive assimilation, that is the succeeding sound is influenced by the preceding sound. There is as a result, assimilation is the result of preceding sound influencing the succeeding sound. Preceding and succeeding. Preceding means come before, succeeding means come after. Preceding sound influencing the succeeding sound, or the succeeding sound is passive, is influenced. Here, this is cat. There is cat. Then we say cats, plural. Why we use S here? Because of the influence of T. T is a voiceless sound. So in the plural we have to use S sound. That is what we have studied. There is a plural suffixes. There is a apostrophe suffix. Then third person singular suffix we have S. There is a, if the word ends in T or the voiceless sound, we have to use S here. So this preceding sound influences the succeeding sound. It is called progressive assimilation. That is bag. This is bag, but we use bags because G is a voiced sound. So the rule is to use voice, that is Z here as a plural here. Bags. So here preceding sound G, succeeding sound Z. Preceding sound influences the succeeding sound. Now regressive assimilation is just opposite of that. That is succeeding sound influences the preceding sound. Just opposite of this. That is, remember that there is when you remember one thing, it is easy to remember the other thing. There is here ink. Here instead of, it is in spelling ink. So instead of n, we use n here, ink, because of the influence of this succeeding sound. Succeeding sound influences the preceding sound. So the n becomes n because of k here. There is we can say in some other words it is pronounced as n, not n. But here k influences this sound. So we use ink, not ink, but ink. So here succeeding sound influences the preceding sound. Here preceding sound influences the succeeding sound. So one is progressive assimilation, the other is regressive assimilation. So remember this. So what are the two types of assimilation? Then progressive and regressive, and you have to give one examples each. Now next one is elision. Elision means dropping of a sound. A sound is dropped. That is, we didn't pronounce it at all. That is called elision or dropping here. That is a sound that exists in a word when it is pronounced in isolation. When we pronounce that word alone, that is off. We pronounce it as f. But this off comes in a connected speech, in a phrase, or in a compound word, or in a phrase. This f is dropped. That is, look at that, a cup of tea. A cup. F is dropped here. Instead of, there is we cup of tea. We don't pronounce cup of tea. We don't say that cup of tea. Never. We only say that cup of tea. So f is dropped here. So this first is dropped because of this phrase, connected speech or connected phrase. If it is pronounced in isolation, they use f here. But in this connected speech or in a phrase, it may be dropped. It is called elision. So another example, bedtime. There is this is bedtime. Here d is dropped. Bedtime. We don't say bedtime. When we say in isolation bedtime, isolation, that is separate bed, it is pronounced as bed, then time. But when we say this as a compound word, two words together here, that is compound word. So bedtime, we say, we delete for this drop d. It is also called elision, bedtime. Then last time, one, two is dropped. So one, two is dropped here. Last, we say last time, separately, in isolation. Last time. But last time, when we say it is as a compound word, this one, two is dropped here, last time. So we only say last time. last time, won't say that last time. So it is called elision. So it is better to remember the examples. So it is will be easy for you to explain. Don't forget the examples. Examples is very important. Example is very important. So it is very easy to remember examples. So that you can give what is addition, what is assimilation, what is juncture. Then another one is trill or troll. Trill, same, that is two words are same here. Trill or troll. That is when we can pronounce not all the consonants. That is, look at R sound. Alveolar frictionless continuant. It is R sound. We can continue it for a long time. We can continue for a long time. It is called trill or troll. We can't continue some other consonants for a long time. We can't continue for that. We can that is these consonants cannot be continued. So intermittent taps. So if we can continue for a long time, it is called trill or troll. It is peculiarity of, considered typical of Scottish language, not in English. In Scottish language, it is typical there, not in English. But it's a trill or troll. That is, only remember the example R. R may be continued for some time. Such a phenomenon is called trill or troll. So articulators are brought together. That is tip of the tongue and also that alveolar come together, and we can produce number of times. We can produce the touching maybe for number of times, just like we pronounce R for a long time. It is called trill or troll. It is a peculiarity of the Scottish language. Now, two types of transcription: phonemic and phonetic. We have transcribed. I have given you. No, I will give you an assignment to transcribe some words. So today I will send you, or next day I will send you. That is an assignment. Some 25 or 30 words are there. You have to transcribe it phonemically, not phonetically. So, but I will say what is the difference between phonemic transcription and phonetic transcription. Transcription. So, phonemic transcription, that is one symbol for one sound. One symbol is used for one sound. Look at that. Love. This is love. This is girl. Love, L and L, two sounds. The L in here and L here are difference. We can say these are the allophones of that L sound. And what is an allophone? Don't forget that. Allophone is the variant sound of a same phoneme. Variant sound, different sound of a same phoneme. I have asked you to get it, so many T sound. When the tip of the tongue is taken backward, when we can different types of T here. These are all allophones of the same phoneme T. There is a take and outpost. T in take and T in attendance and T in outpost. There is one is ta, one is ta, outpost. So these are called allophones. The different variation of a same phoneme is called allophones. In the case of phonemic transcription, we use this L for love and L for girl. Same phoneme is used. That is the phoneme L is used. That is, L sound represents this symbol. This is a symbol, so the symbol represents the L sound. So the same symbol is used for girl also. or dollars. For all these things we use the same symbol. But when we have phonetic variations, that is the symbol allophonic variation may be taken into account. That is L and L. L is represented like this. L, that is put a dot or something like this. When you there is we can call it a clear L. This is dark L. Dark L. Dark L sound. The clear L sound. This is clear. This is dark. L and L. So we have to curl the tongue to get L sound. So when we write girl, you have to put a dot here. That is phonetic transcription. But when we, in phonemic transcription, girl is written like this. So here allophonic variation is taken into account. That is, when you transcribe girl in phonetic transcription, we have to put a dot here. Then money. This is phonemic transcription, money. But in phonetic transcription, we have to put a dot here. Money. Na sound. N and N. That is two variant sounds of the same phoneme N. That is allophone here. But in English, only one sound is there. But in Malayalam, there are two sounds. There is na one sound, na one sound. Here, English has got only one sound here to represent, one symbol to represent both na and n sound. So, when you write a phonetic transcription, you have to represent this money as like this, girl as like this. But in phonemic transcription, there is money is just like this. This is money. No need of putting this. That is the difference between phonemic transcription and phonetic transcription. You are asked only to transcribe phonemically. That may be the question here. Don't misunderstand. That is misguided by this. Don't be misguided. Phonemic transcription means ordinary transcription here. Transcribe phonemically the following words. That may be asked. Or transcribe phonemically the sentence. You may not be asked to phonetically transcribe phonetically. So it is, you need not use all these things. So phonetic transcription and phonemic transcription. Then International Phonetic Alphabet. International Phonetic Alphabet, shortly known as IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. So International Phonetic Alphabet, from the word itself, the term itself, we can say there is that includes all the sounds of the world language. English 44 sounds, Malayalam 52 sounds. So all the sounds of the languages of the world is represented in IPA or International Phonetic Alphabet here. So it is useful in phonetics because each symbol stands for each sound. Each symbol stands for each sound means we have seen here now in phonemic and phonetic transcription. So here na and na are two sounds in Malayalam, but it is only one sound. For this only English has got only one sound, la and na, two phonemes in Malayalam, but English has got only one sound. So in IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, we can have symbol for na, because we can have symbol for na, and we can have symbol for l and l. Not like this. So a phoneme, each phoneme has got a symbol. Not like this, that is when we said l. It is not like, or n, not like that. So to represent all the sounds of the language. That is called international phonetic. The sound will be there. Na, la, la will be there in the international phonetic alphabet. Even though it is a Malayalam. Though, so in Tamil also, here, ta sound, ta, da, everything is one for them. So everything is one for them. The ta sound is the, for da also, or da also, there is only one sound is there for. So international phonetic alphabet is the including all the sounds of the languages of the world here. It is devised by International Phonetic Association, same IPA, established by group of phoneticians called International Phonetic Association for to promote phonetics. Phonetics in a promote International Phonetic Association, phoneticians or association. So they have devised this International Phonetic Alphabet. International Phonetic Association, it's a group of European phoneticians to promote the study of phonetics. So they created this International Phonetic Alphabet. There is International Phonetic Alphabet here. Then we can have Received Pronunciation, RP. I have told you earlier, that is RP, Received Pronunciation. Received means accepted, received pronunciation. So what is received pronunciation? It is just like a standard English, standard dialect. What is the case of standard English? So in England, there are different varieties of English in different places, different sections of society. Low class dialect and upper class dialect, we have seen. Low class English, upper class English, that is sections of society. Then different regions, Kent, then Derbyshire, Yorkshire, these are all counties. In all the counties, different English is spoken or used in different ways, various ways. So in course of time, one dialect became prestigious. The dialect of that Southeast England, dialect of the Southeast England, not the dialect of the low class people, but the upper class people, educated people. That is important here. So how the educated people use this language, so that Southeast, educated people living in Southeast of England, in London region, their dialect became prestigious, so we can get the standard dialect or standard English. In the same manner, received pronunciation is accepted pronunciation by all here. That is the pronunciation of the educated people of southern England. That became prestigious. That pronunciation of that is southern England, educated people of southern England become prestigious. So others emulated it or imitated it, so that this pronunciation became accepted pronunciation, that is called received pronunciation or RP. Daniel Jones has described this received pronunciation as easily understood. Easily understood throughout the English speaking world. He has said that. That is his words. These are his words. Easily understood throughout the English speaking world, a widely understood pronunciation. Easily understood by the English speaking world, all of the nations all over the world. India, Australia, America. So in all these places, received pronunciation is easily understood, and that is most commonly used. That is widely understood, and this pronunciation RP, that is most commonly described in books on phonetics. Books on phonetics and by phoneticians as the pronunciation of British English. British English is RP here. RP, that is the educated people, pronunciation of the educated people of southern England. That is considered as RP. and it is authorized by Daniel Jones, and also by phoneticians also teach this type of RP. This RP to that is by phoneticians, and also it is also taught to foreign learners of English. This RP is taught. So that is received pronunciation. Now, for 1 or 2 or 3 classes, we can have phonetics. Then we can go to grammar. That is, I will send you the notes, remaining parts of these phonetics, and I will give you an assignment on transcription. That is, transcribe phonemically. Some words, 20, 30 words here. You have to refer a dictionary. You will get the symbols there in the dictionary. Then try to practice it so that you can write any word. Yes, you can also. I want also you to write your name there. Name in spelling, also in script. I will write it in that assignment paper. Thank you.